Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Man, did silver jump up yesterday. Here I was doing a video yesterday morning about how we might see some sort of a pullback, and then all of a sudden we just get ripped into with a $1 jump in the price of silver, pushing silver over $25. A lot of people now, who knows what they're saying. I haven't been hearing much comments about people waiting for a $20 dip now, but we'll see what happens. I don't think we're going to see any kind of a dip. I'm still hoping that we're going to see that dip at the end of the month, but I think it's going to be quick. And when I say I don't see a dip, I mean for the people that are rooting for a sub $20 silver, I don't see that happening. I've still got my hopes set on a $22 flat, maybe $21.80 dip by the end of the month. It could come really quick and then just regain it back really quick. We're talking a 5-minute whatever. But with that being said, who knows? We're going to see what happens. But it was a little discouraging seeing that dollar jump today, unless you guys are already stacked up and ready. And speaking of ready, I got a great package in today. I can't wait to open this up. I can't even really fit it all on screen. It's a good size box. So I'm going to open it up and then I'm going to show you guys what's in it here while I'm talking. And then we'll just kind of go through it a little different on this one. So, because it is a big package that I got in. And I'm super excited when I get stuff like this because, I'll be honest, I've really got to scour for any kind of deals now because I don't want to be paying high. Even though I remember a little while back, there used to be a gentleman on the channel who had the attitude that, you know, there's no such thing as a high price of silver. Because he's like, you know darn well silver's going to 100, so what does it matter if you pay $25 or $30 or $20? And, you know, my theory has always been, and I still stick to this, that obviously the better the price, the more opportunity I can get more of it for a lower, essentially a lower number. They did some amazing packaging. I guess they were going to send it FedEx, and then they changed their mind at the last minute when they seen the FedEx price. And man, so it was in the cardboard box, then the FedEx box, and then we have another box. So we'll get this one open now. They protected it very well, and I'm happy with that. I don't mind that because it is a big investment. And like I said, I'm looking for dips, I'm looking for deals, and whenever I can get them, I'm always quick to try to pick it up because I think the opportunities are starting to really, darn it. Now this is something I was kind of hoping they didn't do, and I'm going to show you in 1 minute. Nickel and diming us. Nickel and diming us. Darn it. I'm already a little discouraged on this now. So, what I mean by that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I did get the 20 that was promised. However, I like it when they put them in a fancy, I guess you can call it a fancy box, not this. Because now I got to spend the money on a box. I'm just not a fan of this. This is probably their new cheap way. Now, all of these are the exact same thing. I ended up basically buying a deal where I picked up 20. I would take a whole slab of them at 20 and got a good deal on them. So I'm happy with what I got. They're all the same, so there's really not much point in me showing you every one. As you can see, I did get them because they were early releases. They're the 2024. I'm really thinking some exciting stuff is going to happen in 2024. And as the year goes on, I think the Eagles will probably go higher up in demand. Because you guys know how people frantically all want American Silver Eagles. They look at American Silver Eagles as the only way to stack silver. Whereas in the past, you guys know I am just after, I'll take whatever silver. It can be a generic ounce of silver or an eagle. It's all, I won't say it's all the same, but I'd rather have more instead of more collectible. But I end up getting a good deal because I said I would take 20 of them, and so they come all graded. They are all 69, but they are all early releases. I know some people out there are going to be quick to want to write a comment saying you're paying for the plastic, and to a certain point I am. However, I do a lot of trading with people, and so if I can get a good deal, it's worth it. There's a lot of people out there that would easily trade 2 generic junk ounces for something like this. And so that's something that I do look for trades. And how does that work out in my favor? Well, typically if you buy one of these, you're going to probably pay right now, if you're willing to buy a slab of like 20, you're probably going to pay about $45. You might find it for $1 each less. However, $45, if someone trades you 2 ounces of silver, maybe they got some ounces of silver they're just not a fan of. I had some beat up ones here, and I don't right now, where, you know, people just don't like them because they're beat up, they're generics, and people will trade 2 for 1. Because they recognize this as an American Silver Eagle. It's a high demand coin. It's certified. It's graded. And I look at it like, you know what? If I was to buy 2 of the junkiest ounces that I could find out there, I'm easily going to pay, well, today especially, I'm easily going to pay $25 a piece because spot price is $25 a piece. I still think it's rare that you're ever going to find anything at spot price. And that's why when people comment, no one's going to even pay you spot price for it, that's total BS, because spot price, if you can't get spot price, you're not even trying. That's my opinion. I think the demand for silver is there. You have to take a little initiative when you go to sell your stuff to find that demand. However, let's say someone trades me 2 generic. I now have $50 worth of silver in melt value for something that I didn't pay $50 for. So a good opportunity there. And, you know, as you can see, you know, the downside of something like this is I got to buy a whole 20 pack. Now, when someone says 20 pack, I assume it's coming in a 20 pack in an NGC or PCGS box. So when I get something like this, I will probably, I don't know, I'll probably complain a little, but I won't really too bad. I mean, I'm happy with the deal. So with that being said, you guys can let me know what you guys think of this. Do you like them? Are they cool? Do you pick these up, or do you think I'm just paying for plastic when I do that? And everybody has a difference of opinion on them. Another thing that we were talking about before we jumped to the package opening, I had to get it opened up, and I always like to open it up and show you guys what I'm getting. Especially because some of my close friends that trade with me follow the channel, and they're always looking for ideas. And some of these guys, they go to the shows, and some of these guys, they go to the flea markets, and, you know, they end up trying to resell this stuff. And it is a hot item for collectors. Collectors love picking up one every year, especially if there's different labels and stuff. I actually am real particular with mine. This is my 2024 right here, as you can see. I opened it up the other day on another video, but it's the basic 2024 because my whole set is basic like this. When you start getting into early release labels and stuff, then you start mixing up your set. It looks different, and I don't like anything to look out of place. I like everything to look exactly the way it's meant to be. So, but you know, this idea that I have about maybe seeing a dip at the end of the month, I still think it's possible. I just think when we see a big jump like this, it gets a little frustrating because it does make me feel like, am I second guessing? Is the market turning? Should I hurry up and buy in now and before I miss the opportunity at $25, because then it will be $26? And I don't like to put fear in my decisions. I like to try to just think and look at logic. The logic is all these short positions have to clear out by the end of the year. By the end of the first financial quarter. And by clear out, I mean that they have to basically settle it. And then new shorts will probably come into play to lower that, because, I mean, you think about millions and millions of dollars in millions and millions of contracts, and each one of those changes now by $3 higher than it was at the beginning of the year. For the people out there that say silver's not going up, I mean, look at that. 3 months, $3. That's a pretty good jump. Now, I know some people will be like, well, I read a comment today. Well, they've been saying, now you're saying there's a dip, but they've been saying that it was going to the moon. I've never said moon. I might have said moon, but moon, in my opinion, is $100 silver. And I still think $100 silver is extremely reasonable. And I'm not even going to lie. Some of the big calls, they do a great job breaking down the math on how they think that an ounce of silver can go to $500-$600. To a certain point, the math does line up, but there are a lot of probabilities that this has to happen, that has to happen, and so on and so on. The more probabilities, the less chance that it will happen, because the more likely it is that something won't happen the way it was supposed to. But when I'm telling you guys, you know, by the end of the year, $30, $35 silver, maybe as high as $50, those are not unrealistic thoughts. We've seen silver move real quick, real fast, and either you're in or you're out. It can backfire. I had someone telling me today, what am I going to do when Sheba jumps to the moon? And I sold mine. He's like, here you are, you know, yeah, you're buying the dips and selling it back on the highs, but one of these days it's going to dip, then go up, you're going to buy it back, and then it's just, as soon as it dips a little bit, or as soon as it gets back on the high, you'll sell it again, and then boom, all of a sudden it's just going to skyrocket, and you'll be out, you won't have any. I said, that can happen, but, you know, that's when you're getting emotional. You feel like you're going to be left out. I don't want to feel like I'm left out. That's why I kind of try to take the emotional out of a lot of the decisions I make when it comes to precious metals. Like I said, long story short, we could see a dip. Maybe this will be the time we won't, but I'm still hoping, and I don't think it will be long-lived. I don't think it's going to be a dip and sit there all weekend. That's for sure. I don't even think we'll see a dip that will last more than an hour at this point. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you guys think of silver. I love reading your comments. I know I didn't read any comments yesterday because I ended up helping out a catering where we catered to, I don't know, 700 people or so, 700 people maybe, and we had a dinner catering and we had a lunch catering, and it was for 2 shifts at a plant, so it was a lot of fun, and I wanted to shoot some video, but my phone had already went out, so I didn't get to, and so I didn't get to show you guys what it was, but we were out there at the midnight shift when the midnight crew was eating their dinner, and it was crazy. It was fun, but crazy, and a lot of good food. So all barbecue, for anybody wondering. It was brisket, sausage, ribs, all kinds of good stuff. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.